It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. One arena in our nation's capital. Tonight, the Washington Wizards getting set to match up with the New York Knicks. The opening tip belongs to the Wizards as we get going in one.
Substitutions, New York. Into the game for the Washington Wizards. Number
Smith to Beal. Julius Randle swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his abilities.
Colin Sexton slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Tough make through traffic.
That boy's living his best life.
Hayden into the front court. 14-10 the score. Down to Randle. Stuffs it down with authority.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Anthony. Whoa, what a finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when our offenses come out in beast mode. You attack, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Julius Randle. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offense there. Knowing that you're probably going to take, still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at.
Julius Randle trying to cash in on the three-point play. 71% for his career. Whoops, that won't go. Smith to Anthony. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Anthony to Beal. Down to 5 on the 24. Beal can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Short jumper off the mark. Beal to Anthony. The monster stuff.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Sexton. Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a two-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat. And I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Goes to the left side. They go down low to Randle. 4-3. And it's Melo with the rebound. Beal to Smith. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Screen coming. To Marcus Morris. Off the assist. Wizards with the basketball. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball. I got ball.
To Colin Sexton. Easy pad to the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him
To
up.
Beal.
I got ball. I got ball.
Here comes the screen.
Right.
Has a chance. Not that time. Hayden with the basketball. Trailing by 4. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's Washington with the basketball. Beal. Surveys the floor. Marcus Morris. Tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
I got ball. I got mine, John. I got mine.
Julius Randle. Nothing going here on that drive. And the basket good at the rim.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Jerome Robinson at the line. First one goes down. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Hayden into the front court. Just under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. To Marcus Morris. He gets it.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Cutter. Coming through.
Beal to Anthony. Driving right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Smith with the basketball. Looking to make spin to Taj Gibson. Nothing going here on that drive. The drive right to the basket. Runner here won't go. Quarter 3 at the buzzer. First quarter's complete. Wizards have the lead. First quarter down as we get ready to second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency. It was really high.
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But, Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
Here comes the screen. To Gibson. And a putback slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Beal to Wall. Here comes the screen. Wall. Deep 2 there, won't go. Knicks with the basketball. takes aim at Anderson. New York with 4 to shoot.
Screen.
Bullock can't connect.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Iguodala to bring it up. They trail by 2. Seconds to shoot. To Julius Randle. The shot clock expires. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Calls out of
Stepping in for the Washington Wizards, number 0, Zeke.
Smith.
For the Knicks, number 22, Greg Monroe.
Nice finish at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Wall to Thomas. Screen coming. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Mid shot. Smith with it up top. Down 4. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Smith into the front court. They're down 3. To Julius Randle. Smith. Screen coming.
Give me the ball.
Now a steal by Washington.
Come on, let's dig in. Build this lead.
Isaiah Thomas. He's 2 for 2 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Monroe.
On your left. Here he comes.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on free throws. wall across the timeline. Leads 3. Thomas. And the rebound taken down by Randall. Iguodala to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Oh, nice find for the basket.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25+ assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to it. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
And count the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First try, no good.
Number 25, Reggie Bullock.
So he goes 1 for 2.
Substitutions, New York. Subbing in for the Washington Wizards, number 3, Bradley Beal.
Watch the cutter, man.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Washington basketball. Thomas to Anthony. Probing the defense. Let's see what's there. Driving right to the basket. Off the mark. Into the front court comes Smith. His guys hold a commanding lead. Down to Randall. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His has to be hurting another big-time finish.
Isaiah Thomas. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Carmelo Anthony sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to apply more pressure.
Greg Monroe sends.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality.
Substitutions, New York. Substitutions, Washington.
Thomas to tough make through traffic.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from the side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Smith now into the front court. Up a dozen. Here comes the screen. The drive right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as percentage as it gets.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
to Thomas. Nothing going here on that drive. Thomas to Wall. Beyond the arc for three and knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Into the front court, it's Wall. The deficit now up to 13. Thomas to Wall. Lets it fly from range. Rebound taken by Portis. Smith. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Isaiah Thomas here against Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson snatching it out of the air.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and intensity.
New York in control of the basketball. Smith to Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. Now, the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart. Meaning it.
Right.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Big shot, athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been all the preparation required of your team in the weight room and the flex on them a little bit.
To Dennis Smith Jr. That is great vision to set it up. Throws it down.
You know, out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, it's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Isaiah Thomas. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Screen come on the left.
The pass set it all up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched it. Just everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Wall to Thomas. Runner's good there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
The possession lies with New York. No foul.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Screen coming. Wall guarded by Gibson.
Hey, screen on the right. You got your help.
Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Here comes the screen. Oh, emphatic slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Thomas to Wall. Slam dunk. He's been a one-man show, but they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other supporting cast members need to step up.
Dennis Smith Jr. takes aim at Anderson.
Oh, yeah, let's go shot. Yep.
Over to the right side. Here comes the screen. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Thomas across the timeline. His guys down big. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Smith with it up top. Looking to make something happen. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully defensive end by initiating contact and not allowing the offensive player to get
back down to 15. To Monroe. Greg Monroe. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
The front court. Down a bundle. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being comfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
To Monroe. Smith. Down low to Monroe. Get up off the mark.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed.
Wall. Short jumper misses. To Julius Randle. Steps around the defender and puts it in. Nicely done.
Ooh, shows like separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Julius Randle. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league, the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Not a total surprise. That's another. That's foul number 6. And done for the game. John Wall, the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw.
Number 55, Bobby Hornick.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Shot clock winding down.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Wall to Thomas. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Smith into the front court. They lead it by 14. Here comes the screen.
Get through the screen. Get through it. Get through it.
And count the basket inside.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Wall with it up top. He'll run the offense. A great pass, setting up the basket.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Into the front court comes Smith. His guys, 14. Down low to Monroe. Doesn't get the bounce. To Thomas. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Here comes the screen. To Monroe. Jan Mahinmi with the block. Wizards at the controls.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Wizards grab the rebound. Deep three at the buzzer. It's a victory for the Knicks as they win this one. For James and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long.
The Knicks finish with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. And it's always great to watch a team. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.